Hey guys, today we're gonna cook food and talk about stuff. Get out of the office and talk about other stuff than cooking. This is not gonna be a cooking video, but it just seemed fun. I mean, it's probably a horrible creative choice and a horrible viewing and listening experience, but why the hell not, right? We gonna do some hard-boiled eggs, taco meat. This is separate. Taco meat, tater tot, little bit of cheese situation. You know, the hard-boiled eggs are for breakfast. So I'm just gonna plop one right now, but the other four we're gonna have for two for breakfast the next couple days. The water's ready, baby. Eggs are as big as my nuts, said the guy with testicular cancer. Because that would be some big nuts. Beefasis. So I went on a walk today with my dog, and there is like 35 cameras on every person's house nowadays. Have you ever noticed that? Like every other house I would pass had a garage camera, a front door camera, two cameras on the side of the house, just surveillance overlords. Like you would think these guys were personally handpicked by Peter Thiel to join the company because they need more surveillance in local neighborhoods. Why does everyone think they are going to get robbed 24/7? Like I understand we live in a more dangerous society nowadays, but people act like burglary and crime is going to happen every day. Oh shit. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes. This is just a sign of how low trust we are as a society nowadays. Like, I live in a nice neighborhood. I've not seen any questionable behavior ever. I haven't heard any stories. Like my neighborhood's pretty nice. Shit don't really be happening. I live in a somewhat safe town. You know, it's not great, it's not bad, it's pretty normal. There's good sides, bad sides, all that stuff, like any place. But like, I get there's some type of safety that comes from that. It's some type of feeling secure. Kind of just using it as a deterrent to keep people away. But I think it's just so sad. Like it's sad that it feels like everyone has to do it. Like we are just so questioning of everyone that even walks by our house nowadays that we just need to be recording everything at all times. You can't just take the risk of someone coming in, and if someone comes in, that's when you pull out the blicky, you know what I'm saying? Pull that file out, bang on them dudes, and then you're good. You know, that's what you got. That's what you have the Glock in the closet for. Okay? You gotta chop the beef. It brings an eerie feeling even walking by it just on a normal day. Like me and my dog just trying to enjoy our walk, and I hear, oh, you are now being recorded. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm not gonna, bro, can you turn that shit off during the day? I don't want to hear that. You are now being recorded. I don't want to be recorded. Turn that shit off, cuz. Besides, right now, I like being recorded. Boomers want to make the point, oh, you guys record everything. That's why none of you guys have fun. And then they strap 17 military cameras around their house, living in a nice neighborhood. Yeah, dude, no shit. You do the same thing. People can't go on walks without getting recorded by half of the neighborhood. You can't do anything in society without being recorded by 5 million gajillion people who aren't even actively recording. They're not even actively doing it. This is just on autopilot. You're being recorded doing whatever you're doing with your day on autopilot. Even when you're sitting in the park, there's probably a camera across the street watching your every move that he can play back and watch if he really wanted. I mean, I just looked over at some kids, and I'm like, whoa, relax. I looked over at some kids at the park playing, and I'm just like, there's probably a recording. Someone's probably recording them without them knowing and has the ability to play back and watch it. Is that a scary thought? Is that like not a scary thought? It's kind of weird, right? You know, you have some kids walk by your house, Your kid just got recorded. I mean, wouldn't it be weird if there was just an old 70-year-old man just standing outside his house like this as your kids walked by? Yes, I think it would be. That happens, but we just don't really put the pieces together. We're like, it's just a Ring camera. Fuck you, Ring. Alexa, stop. I forgot that thing was on the whole time. Holy shitty audio. Now we need ice water. I mean, flock cameras and all those types of things make all of us think we're being in a constant surveillance state. But we are the ones perpetually doing it to ourselves anyway. Like, that, I don't like it because it gets sent to the government. You know, that part obviously sucks, but at a society level, we are worse. We are so much worse. And it's so sad and sickening to me just because it just feels so unnatural. It makes everything in our life unnatural. It makes everything feel orchestrated. It makes everything feel like a performance. You always feel like you kind of have to be on. And, you know, maybe that's just a me thing. And obviously, I ignore them to the best of my abilities. But at some level, it breaks through to your brain when you just see cameras pointed at you every day. Like, people always wonder why celebrities or whatever act crazy and act fake and do these different things, you know, to perform for the camera. That's happening to normal people. That's happening to you and me now, bro. Go to the bar and start bumping out some dance moves, and you're gonna see about 17 cameras start getting faced right at you. Because why is this nigga dancing and not standing still like a mannequin right now? Oh, he's actually doing something. Record that shit. Oh, he slipped and fell. Post that shit. You can't do anything, dude. We have created our own surveillance state on ourselves. We are ruining our own fun, and it has to stop, but it won't. This is why I kind of hope we go back to, like, I was just watching some show, and some lady whipped out a little flip phone. And I was like, who the hell is using a flip phone? But I hope we go back to the flip phone. The flip phone was fun. That's all you needed. You know, you can call me. You can text me something real simple. I'm here. I just got here. Meet me 6:30. Okay, whatever. Real simple messaging. And then you can call me if you need me. And then people actually will call and you'll actually probably answer more because it'll actually be something like, oh, this is important. Rather than most times now you see a call and you're kind of just like, I don't know, dude. I can't answer, I cannot answer, but you can just leave me a text or a voicemail after, and, you know, I'll get back to it. Or you just have so many texts and social media apps and so many other notifications blowing up your phone that a lot of the time you might miss it, or you just don't feel like answering it right now. So you don't feel like answering all these different notifications that overflow into your brain every day. We gotta defat this mug. Damn. El taco beef. And let's even get further. Let's talk about streamers. Streamers that just walk around in public and just turn a normal day into a live MTV television show from about 10 years ago. It's one thing to be where I am right now in my own home recording a video. That's, I think, normal. Or to be at your desk live streaming some games, making your content, doing whatever you're doing. That's, you know, that's normal. But no, it's just walk down the street, recording, being loud as we possibly can, trying to create chaos, trying to street interview people, all just happening for clicks. And it's not contained anymore. For a while it was just like a few select amount of people who just really had the balls to go out and do it, and that was kind of cool because it was kind of something different and it wasn't normalized. But then you see this streamer university bullshit, and there's like tens of thousands of people lined up trying to do the same thing. It gets to a point, bro. It gets to a point. We don't need 10,000 20,000, 30,000 people out in the streets trying to make streaming IRL content. I'm just trying to go grab a Brunson egg and cheese, bro. I don't need you recording me talking about some shit that I don't care about and no one around me really cares about. I want a Brunson egg and cheese. Yaki style. Who the fuck Yaki is. Hold the dick and balls. Beef off the grill. Now we finish. Preferably you do this with tater tots, but I forgot I do not have tater tots. French fries it is. Also forgot to do the beans, bro. I can't do shit right. We're just trying to get them heated up a little bit. A little season on the mugs. Try to spread that. That's not gonna work. We're just gonna make this one layer, bro. Smidge of taco sauce. Look at that pure slop, baby. Y'all listening to that slop? Now that's what, you hear that? That's what good pussy sounds like. Me amor. And like, just use potatoes if you have potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Like fresh ones. Look at that. Look at that. Gordon Ramsay would be quaking in his shoes, bro. He would be shivering. Gordon does not know what to do with all this fucking skill over here, buddy. That wraps up the cooking. But I don't know. I think I just yearn for simpler times. I always think growing up in the 80s or the 90s had to be the perfect time to be alive because you have just enough technology where it's beneficial to your life. You have AC, you have refrigeration, you have a microwave, you have just enough TV to, tap in if you want to tap in, but nothing just blitzing your mind 24/7, nothing functionally changing how society works and how people interact with each other. And so I just wish we could get back to those times. This, I guess, kind of what I'm trying to get to. I think technology has just screwed us mentally in so many different ways that we don't even realize we're being screwed. We don't even realize you're being recorded 24/7, no matter what you do. And you can act like it doesn't bother you. You can act like it doesn't affect how you think and how you act. But it gets into everyone's psyche. Everyone is being affected. And if you aren't personally, you're being affected by how other people are being affected. They're being affected just at a societal level. Everyone is feeling this. So don't become Peter Thiel. Don't become a flock camera representative. And I don't know, put the phone down. Easier said than done. I'm a social media addict myself. I don't know, bro. I don't have the answers. I just ask a lot of stupid questions. That's what I bring to this world. I don't know. I hope y'all have a good one. I'm going to show y'all the finished product when we get there. Okay. Look, a little sweaty. That's how you know a fat nigga putting down in the kitchen. Sorry for your ears.